Checking, checking. Checking, checking. Checking, checking.
Please remember that unaccompanied tribbles are an environmental hazard, confiscated by security.
Checking, checking.
Please remember that unaccompanied tribbles are an environmental hazard and confiscated by security.
Checking, checking. Okay. Sorry about that, people. I didn't turn on the volume on my Twitch. Alright.
Level 6 security precautions are in effect by order of Starfleet Command.
For some reason, I just forgot to turn on the volume. Alright, let's see if we can't get this promotional item. Alright. And we get 5 master keys. Alright, we're going to be just doing random TFOs tonight. Oh, hi, Charlie. It's been a while since you joined my stream. What time is it in Greece? About 1 a.m.? $3:20, wow. It's almost getting close to dawn there. It's only, what, 7:20? 7:20 p.m. my time.
The USS Archer will arrive at 2200 hours.
It's about mid-evening for me. We lost an hour, about a week ago. When daylight savings ended. I get tired of this ridiculous ritual US goes through. Jumping ahead, moving back an hour because of daylight savings. I wish they would just lock the clock. Oh, Borg disconnected. Ugh. It's gonna be March before we get an hour back. Had a long day, had to run errands today. My mom might be having surgery. Just real fun stuff. Most likely, Mom will be having surgery. Most likely, my mom's gonna be having surgery on her back again because a screw came loose on one of the titanium plates in her back. So they gotta fix it. Well, she's got to see the doctor on Monday. But most likely, she's going to have that surgery.
Massive disturbance of fluidic space. Species 8472 is approaching.
Sometimes I wonder why they didn't explore further on Voyager when they finally made friends with Species 8472 in that one episode in the Flesh, I believe, season 5. I don't know why they couldn't become more friendly with Species 8472, but I guess they just decided to move on from Species 8472. I think Species 8472 could have been great friends. They could have helped Voyager get home soon. They could have done more, but they just chose not to. I just never understood why.
The Undine will destroy the disconnected vortices. Stop them.
I think what Voyager could have used to make it better was after they ditched the Kazon, they could have gave them another enemy to contend with over several seasons, over at least another 1 or 2 seasons. I know the Borg were a recurring threat, but Kazon, despite the fact that Kazon were just bunch of games at best. They did one thing rather well. They were a recurring villain for the first 3 seasons of Voyager. Gave Voyager a consistent enemy for a couple seasons. made their first 3 years and years into the Delta Squad. They were a consistent threat. Sometimes, I think for Star Trek Online, they should bring back the Vidians. It's never really clear if the Vidians ever cured the phage. But if you read non-canon materials, yes, they did, but yes, they did become cured of the disease. But it's just on, because from what I understand of the non-canon story, the Vidians, after curing the phage, became under attack by many species who wanted revenge for the Vidians' attacks on them. So they became under heavy attack by people they angered with their organ harvesting.
I'm detecting something on an intercept course. It is quite sizable.
Yeah, but Species 847 Voyager did give the Species 8472 the schematics for the bio warhead and that one episode in the flesh. So, and they at least became somewhat more friendlier. Not exactly allies, but at least friendly enough. I just think they could have done more with Species 8472. Personally, I thought Voyager's alliance with the Borg was a bad idea. But it was just an alliance of convenience.
The Vault have a ship designed to fight war. Destroy it before it attacks the planet.
But at the same time, Janeway, in a lot of ways, Chakotay was right about it. But I think at the end of Scorpion, Janeway realized, yeah, he was right. I would say when it comes to first officers, I would say Chakotay, Spock, and Riker type first. In a lot of ways. It would be hard to choose which one's the best out of those three. Well, yeah, but you also have to say in the flesh, they kind of at least made first contact in a civilized way. So they at least became at least somewhat friendly in that one episode. understand where you're coming from, Cody. I understand. But I'm just saying they kind of they at least negotiated a peaceful resolution on both sides in that one episode. It's unlikely the Federation would even attack Species 8472 since the Federation was embroiled in full war against the Dominion. So it's unlikely the Federation would even attack.
3 dreadnoughts, but they're attacking one another. This is your chance.
I'll read your thing in a second. Well, it depends on what non-canon sources you read. That's the thing.
Level 6 security precautions are in effect by order of Starfleet Command.
But if you follow the Star Trek Online timeline, they were tricked into attacking and infiltrating the Alpha Quadrant because of the Iconians. So, I think at best it's debatable. But you do raise a certain good point.
A reminder to all Starfleet personnel. Level 6 security precautions are in effect by order of Starfleet Command.
But if you did watch I think it was the 5th season episode In the Flesh, you can see Species 8472 can adapt to non-fluidic space for their infiltration. So, because they were going to infiltrate the Federation as part of reconnaissance to determine if the Federation was a threat. But at the time, the Federation was embroiled in the full scale of the Dominion War. But if you are basing it off the online timeline, then yeah, they were tricked by the Iconians. Because if I remember right, they had operatives inside all the major powers, and of course they manipulated the Gorn and the Klingons to go to war. And the Klingons eventually took control of the Gorn hegemony. Oh, we got like 3 TOS characters. And 1 discovery.
Light the candle! Their glow will make the skeletons vulnerable to attack!
I'll read your comment here in a second as soon as I defeat these guys. Oh, you guys finally decided to join us. Yeah, I'll look at your comment here in a minute. I'm just kind of fighting these skeletons. a pain. We should be getting the new episode of the story arc soon. Console players usually it takes like a month or two after PC gets it. I know, but parts like Species 8472, they could have been at least, during the course of Voyager, they could have at least been a frenemy. I think that's probably the best way. I would have preferred Species 8472. Not exactly your friend, but not exactly, but also someone, a friend and an enemy at the same time. I think that's the best way you can describe Voyager's relationship with Species 8472 as a frenemy. Both an enemy and a friend. He's not going to be your friend, but at least he's not going to be your enemy. He can be a frenemy. I will be streaming my new game, Battlefield 6, in the near future. I've just bought that game recently. Actually, it was yesterday. It's just taking a little time to get used to it. I still have to finish Battlefield 5, get to max level on that. I still got like 154 levels to go. Getting to level 500 is not easy in that game. Battlefield 5. That takes a lot of time. That takes a lot of fighting. So far, I'm like at 346. Missed. I would say for DS9, the main antagonist for DS9 was the Dominion. And if there was a single character which would be considered a recurring villain, that'd be Ducat. Ducat was like, started out as an enemy, then he became their friend, then he became the enemy again. So he was like a frenemy, but then he became the enemy. When you had Ducat tagged, you just turn around and surprise you again. Of course, he was just a hard character to figure out. But I think for DS9, the one non-main character that surprised me the most was Damar. How he went from such a minor character and Ducat's lackey to coming into his own as the hero of Cardassian. He's one of the minor characters that just surprised me the most, along with Garrett, I would say.
Will I raise my little one?
I think Damar's character, he evolved the most of all the non-major characters of the show. He surprised me the most when he became traitor and fought against the Dominion. His character evolved the most, I would say, alongside Garrett. Go from lackey to hero.
Travelers,
personally, I thought Damar should have survived the Dominion War.
you must gather your party before venturing forth. Beware our curse!
I thought Damar should have survived.
Wind shall rise! And
It would have been interesting how he would have been able to lead Cardassia after the war.
I need your
I would imagine after he and the team, when they returned to the station with the green weapon, Damar was granted, and Admiral Ross met with him as the leader of Cardassia, recognized leader of Cardassia. He was kind of treated as a surprising hero.
Strike the hands while they are vulnerable.
I'm sure Kira told them about what Damar did, killing his best friend to save Kira. I'll be glad when I get over this stupid infection. Yeah, Ducat only became your friend when it suited him.
The path to the Davidians is now open to you.
Barneykin, I see you. Barneykin, what will you do?
I kind of felt sorry for Ducat's cousin, Golden Set.
The Lord of the Davidians lies beyond
Those two
this
look alike.
wall. One of your comrades has been taken. All of the enemies are their sabotage the Davidian devices.
Yep, he did.
Has been taken. All of the enemies are their sabotage the Davidian devices.
He was kind of naive to believe that he changed.
Has been taken. All of the enemies are their sabotage the Davidian devices.
Even Cisco thought Ducat changed, but at the onset of the Dominion War, he realized how wrong he was.
One of your comrades has been taken. All of the enemies are their sabotage the Davidian devices. Sabotage the Davidian devices. Now you are paid.
And it also amazed me how much Damar, despite the fact that Kira wanted to kill Damar for killing Zial, those two became at least friendly towards the end of the war. At first, it's just a necessity of the war, but he realized that how much he has changed. Especially when he killed his best friend to save Kira.
Final boarding call for shuttle Chantilly. Stops at Riza. And
Yeah, that's true about the cot.
please report to the transport.
He became obsessed with defeating the prophets and hurting Bajor. Ugh. I'm gonna do about 1 or 2 more TFOs. Maybe 3.
A reminder to all Starfleet personnel. Level 6 security precautions are in effect by order of Starfleet Command.
You know, part of the reason I always thought why Riker never accepted early promotion to captain, I think it's because he suspected that the incident with the Pegasus early in his career would come back and bite him in the ass. I think that's part of the reason he was reluctant to early in his career to accept promotion to captain and take his own command. I think he suspected something like that was going to happen. And that'll come back and haunt him. I think Riker suspected it, but he wasn't sure.
We've located a yes.
So that's why he was
Once we've
reluctant
This
to
is
accept
DeSoto.
promotion
Our
to
intel.
captain for so long. I believe Dukat in the Mirror Universe was the head of Central Command in the Klingon-Cardassian Alliance.
Attention inmates. There is no stop.
No, he didn't. I believe Dukat's mirror counterpart was the head of Central Command. So he would have been on Cardassia. And for what I read, Damar was the Cardassian representative to the Cardassian liaison to the Klingon High Council.
Wait a
From
second.
what I
That's the
understand.
Inquisitor.
We've been named. Time to go in loud.
Initiate lockdown protocols. Alert Warden Singh.
The doors will be locked throughout the prison. Use the override code.
And from what I understand, Dukat was assassinated. So Damar became head of the Cardassian government and Central Command.
and have them meet me in my lands.
From what I understand, the Mirror Universe.
This door will take us towards C.
I also
General
did a
population.
little more reading. Duras
They're being
in the
an
Mirror
extra
Universe is actually a member supported the Terran Rebellion. From what I read.
Once we get this door open, get ready for a fight.
It's just everybody
Watch
was
your
playing
corners
different
and the
parts
upper
in the
levels.
mirror universe.
Target the force field controls to drop the field. Once we get inside the control center, we can shut down the force field on the upper levels. Then we can head upstairs and access the prisoner gateways through the control center.
Well, from what I read, after Rita
There's the
Warp
main
was
force field.
captured,
Use
he
them
was
to
held
turn off the
in
field
a
for the control center.
Terran secret prison in the Badlands, and Martok
They
became
locked us
Rita.
out from above. We need to improvise. Knock out power to this board at that console. Computers will switch over to auxiliary power, but the force field will come back. Of course, all the cell doors will open as well. Nothing like a little prison riot to distract the guards while we work.
It's just everybody was playing different parts.
Let's get upstairs to the command center on level 2.
This is the warden. Terrorists have released the prisoners in Tin Pop. All available units respond immediately.
Security alert. All units report to your station.
I need you to cover me. I need you ready to override any lockout security throws my way.
Yeah, I get it. I'll be ready.
Override the security lockout on that console.
You know, I
Good
had
job.
that
I'm back in.
when you kind of got in my way. But from what I also read about the mirror universe in non-canon,
I've been
is
locked out
that
again. Get on that console to override.
there was also another
That did it.
secret
Almost
resistance
there.
movement called Memory Omega. They were, it was formed by Spock before the defeat of the Terran Empire.
Security alert. All units report.
And they were dedicated. They were dedicated to defeating the Empire
Let's go.
over a long-term plan that lasted over a century, for what I understand. And that Tuvok that you see in one of the
They might be onto us. Be prepared for anything.
universe episodes, he
There they are.
was a member of Omega, who was sent to spy on the Terran rebels led by Cisco. So he was supporting the Terran rebellion, but he was also a member of Memory Omega. And for what I also read, Smiley did eventually settle down and get married to the mirror counterpart of Keiko. And the thing is, Julian also did visit the mirror universe again, and he saw how those two interacted, and he kind of mused how Keiko and O'Brien are destined to be lovers in any universe. Also in the mirror universe, Seven, using her human name Annika Hansen, she was raised by Takini Gamor as an agent of, and said that as an agent, trained as an agent of the Obsidian Order.
That's her cell. Let's get it open and get her out of here. Dr. Crusher, let's go.
Rioters will be shot on sight.
Get me to
She
data storage
eventually
and I'll do the rest.
left
Is that
the Order and stuff like that.
Yes,
she
I need
helped
that
free
data. It's worth
several
the risk.
Terran
Have
slaves
a
led
change
by
of heart,
Janeway.
Inquisitor?
Report to your
It's not
station.
like you to commit treason.
Very
They also
well.
happen to
Let's
become
get the
friends
doctor to her
with
precious data. Move. Emperor's Chamber.
Balana Taurus's mirror counterpart, who was
More exoplanes
intended of
leading
the
in.
Soul System.
Contact, right!
You're not so tough enough to go up close to the person. What's that?
From what I understand, Deanna Troy is one of the versions of Deanna Troy in the Mirror Universe is that she was intended of Beta's head, and she was the lover of War. And she had a rivalry with intended Kira.
There's the main database console. Inquisitor, you're with me.
Clear the room and watch for snipers. Let's make this quick.
Extend the bridges to the data storage walls. I'll call out where the data
It just
rises.
depends on the different
Once you acquire
versions of the Mirror Universe
Bring it
that
back to
you
me.
read.
Once I have all the fragments, they'll cut my access to the databases. Here's the first data set. Hit Data Vault 3. Data Vault 5. Data Vault 4. Go!
It just depends on what. Dang it! Get killed. Just depends on what version you read. There's like several versions of the Mirror Universe.
Excellent find. I knew we could count on you. File transfer complete. Good work. Looks like you found something worth hiding. This ought to keep our intel boys and girls
And
busy
from what I
for a while.
understand, Jean-Luc Picard in the Mirror Universe was an archaeologist working for Gull Madrid.
All
first data set complete. Here's the second set. Data Vault 5. Data Vault 2, now. Data Vault 4, go.
Also, Gold Madrid's daughter in the Prime Universe. She actually, when she grows older, she kind of betrays her father by working with Starfleet. Sort of intelligence agent.
Second data set complete. Here's the last data.
She was never
Data
really.
Vault 5.
She never really cared for the
Data Vault
fact
4,
that her
go.
father tortured
Data Vault
people.
1.
And when she saw him torturing Picard, it was just too much for her. That she betrayed her father and worked with the Federation.
You've collected a data fragment.
There was this
Bring it back
one
to me.
story that involved her as a sort of a
Data fragments received
character
and assembled. It's
in
all
which
ours.
Picard is sent on a mission. Sent on a mission to the Cardassian Union. He takes
One last thing, and done.
he
What
go
have you
rescue
done?
MIAs who are captured,
What are you saying?
and they
We
are
cross.
sent to what's called a
I
Madrid
left a
village,
parting gift
in
for
which
my creation.
they're used to train Cardassian troops
Research. The backups. All gone.
while being held prisoner.
Brother of the Emperor or
They're
not.
just like
I'll kill you for this.
the best way to describe it, they're like
Was pissing off the warden
used
really necessary, Doctor?
by the Cardassians to
No, it's
train them
very
to
necessary. Trust me.
figure out how humans
He
and
does
other
have a
species
certain
fight.
notoriety. Or terror.
It's called Madrid
The
Village,
monster.
one of his
Destroying
little
his work is the
creations.
least I could do.
That story also involves the crew of the Bozeman a few years after they came to the future.
Not so fast, terrorists. You won't get away that easy. Jackson, Doug, report.
This is Johnson.
This is your final test, men. Kill them.
It's a Star Trek novel called Ship of the Line.
Jackson, I'll set him up.
And I'll knock him down.
Volunteers for labor will receive extra pay. This response is
Yeah, Picard manages to rescue the MIAs, including several number of Starfleet personnel and civilians. Let's say Madrid was not happy when his daughter revealed that she was working with Starfleet.
I spit my last breath.
No! I'll kill all of you!
Yeah, I know.
facility's about to activate.
I'll do about 2 more TFOs. I'll be glad when I'm over this stupid sinus infection. It's gone on long enough. Sinus infections. Oh, this one. The Voth. After I'm done streaming, I'm gonna go shave. I really need to shave. Really? How much did that cost you? $1 billion what? Energy credits? I don't even have that many energy credits. I got like 100. I got like 100 million in my account. I like to keep each character stocked with at least 2 million. And I die. I would imagine so. It's like how much it's just whenever you like want to buy something good in the exchange, people charge ridiculous amounts. Like for a master, some people charge a fortune just for one master. I think it's a little ridiculous to charge such outrageous prices for a master. I understand they're rare and stuff, but really? I thought you guys wanted to sell it. Well, don't expect me to drop $1 billion for one item. Sometimes when it comes to selling things on the exchanges, I like to charge reasonable prices. If it's like something I'm selling, I usually just like give a 50% discount. It's not like I want to keep it, so I'm willing to sell it. That's why I give people a 50% drop on the freight. When I want to sell something, I want to sell it. I don't want to keep marry it. That's why I'm willing to take the loss at a 50% discount. Well, usually when I offer a 50% discount on things I'm selling, people usually will take it. I know some of that stuff is worth more, but I just don't really want to do it, so I don't see the point in me just like demanding a price they're not going to pay it, so give them a discount. I'm only take a 50% loss. So. I think the most I ever charged for a nice rare item was maybe that head. I gave them. I think the most I ever charged was maybe 20,000. I'm willing to offer a nice rate even for items that are somewhat rare that I don't want to keep, but I'd rather get rid of it. So I'm willing to take a loss. A lot of times when I sell items, I want to sell it. I just don't care if it's like 50%. I give them a 50% discount. If it's like the ship batteries, I just sell them for maybe 100, 100 credits, maybe 10, and then he's getting rid of that. I wish they would modify the exchange where you instead of like selling, they make it a little more interesting. Like if you want to auction an item, you can auction it or send it to auction for the celestial auctioneers to sell. Or do it like it does in Monopoly, or old-fashioned horse trading. Yeah, I would agree. I would agree with you on that. Ugh. I still kind of wish they would have a Romulan recruitment event. You know what? I think I'm gonna call it an episode because I am starting to doze off. I think I'm gonna call it an episode. I'll be back tomorrow with another stream. I haven't decided what I'm gonna stream, but I will stream Battlefield 6 soon. I'm just still trying to get a hang of it. I want to thank you all for watching. Give me a follow here on Twitch. Also, check out the Super Paladin Brothers on YouTube. The link is in the description below. Also, I'm on Blue Sky now. So if you want to find the links in the description below. So if you want to find me there and follow me, that's great. Otherwise, everyone have a great night and enjoy your Saturday, or in Chile, your case, it's Sunday morning, very early morning. So I want to thank you all for watching. Thanks for joining me. Have a great night or a great morning. Peace.